If you want to achieve anything at all, you first have to believe in your ability to do it. And you might just brush this off like, duh, of course I can. You talk the talk, but have you actually walked the walk to prove it? Think about how truly satisfying it would feel inside of you to prove to yourself that just this once, that you do have what it takes. Setting a standard of excellence, of mastery for yourself as the bare minimum. What if you adopted the identity of someone who only produced the best quality of work that they're physically and mentally capable of? And, you know, this varies day to day, but seriously, what if you just decided to start only doing the best of your ability at everything? I know many of you listening to this are perfectionists, but mastery and perfection are two different concepts. Mastery is where you steer the ship, while perfection looks like you're a slave to your work. Make the work you do, such as sticking to a workout regimen, match the best of your ability each time you prepare for battle. When I first started, exercising was incredibly unbearable. Like, as in the first workouts I ever did when I was 16 were various types of planks. I mean, I dove head first into fitness with the things that sucked the most. And I told myself, if I can get through 30 minutes, literally 2% of my day, everything else would be easier. That half hour would be the hardest and worst part of my day that would make every single thing easier, which is why I prefer to work out in the morning. And on top of that, if I can do the planks and push-ups and squats, I'd feel like the badass that I viewed other women who did the planks and push-ups and squats as. And so I used that part of my ego as an advantage that I wanted to be viewed as someone who could withstand physical hardship to come out stronger. Physical discomfort during a workout builds mental toughness. Ask any soldier a part of the US military. Mental toughness is a skill in which I believe you need to achieve mastery. I know this is not the fluffy hoo-ha you can usually expect from me, but my workouts are my conditioning for everyday life, and I take them very seriously. This is a little more hardcore than I usually speak on, but if you want to seriously change your landscape and make movement a part of your daily life, you have to be so careful about the intention, which is being mindful and present where you are versus just running through the motions. You have to be so careful the intentionality that you put behind the movement. Think of it this way. You'll be smarter and more easily able to create ideas and execute them in your career when you've got fresh oxygen circulating to your brain. You'll be a better mom and wife because of the sense of self-worth that comes from movement. You'll begin to reverse the cycle of negative emotions associated with movement when you change the neurotransmitter pathway in your brain to associate movement with runner's high or a sense of accomplishment. And that's just a brief overview of the science. It takes so much more practice than you think. Look, nobody loves push-ups. They just come easier for some because they practice over and over and over again. There's this concept called the 10,000 hour rule, where in order to become a master at anything, it takes 10,000 hours of intentional effort, which, okay, stick with me for a minute, is roughly 40-hour work weeks every single week for 5 years straight. You don't know this because most people don't like to air the dirty laundry, or as we say in the millennial world, the tea, but these Instagram girls you see effortlessly taking workout videos, running, and making fitness so desirable, it's because they've been doing it for a really long time. And of course, you won't look like them. You just started and haven't even found your groove. You have to be willing to set the ego aside and suck at it for a while. You won't love the movement until it becomes a part of your everyday life for so long that you stop counting. At the end of the day, it comes down to this. Are you willing to do the dirty work that it takes to achieve the goal? Are you willing to embrace the physical pain during a workout to get better, to feel better, to like the way you look better, and to hate it less? Or does it sound like too much work that you'd rather chill on the couch with your head in a bag of chips? In the book Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about this idea that if you get 1% better every day, you will continuously compound habits on top of each other that build into an everyday established habit. By setting your ego to the side and remembering that something is better than nothing, even if it's uncomfortable for you, it'll be easier tomorrow. And then in a few weeks, something will throw you off course again and it will be hard again. But it doesn't matter that it's hard. It matters that you do it. Progress isn't linear, and you are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. Write down on a piece of paper with a pen every single day, did I get 1% better today? With a yes and a no checkbox. It's a good visual that eliminates the excuse, I tried, because ultimately trying is the same as failing if you didn't actually do it. You either did or you didn't. And the only way you fail is if you didn't. Associate that checkbox with the fact that every workout is making you stronger physically, mentally, and emotionally to show up for your life every single day and feel good and feel fulfilled and enjoy the way that you live and the person that you are.